This is Niki Jilvontae, and you're on Positive Power 21 with Jerry Royce.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by. I'm your host, Jerry Royce, and welcome to Positive Power 21 Network, where you get your positive on. This is a worldwide podcast for growth, wealth, and success. Thank you.
Positive Power 21.org, Internet Radio.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the Jerry Royce Show, and welcome to Positive Power 21.org. I am the voice of Jerry Royce, and when it's all positive, it's all power. That's Positive Power 21. And today's sponsors are the Resume Guy at www.career-image.com. You're looking for a good resume so you can get yourself a resume? Because remember, the resume gets you the interview. The interview gets you the job. Also, don't forget about FastTechSolutions.net for your internet needs. They rebuild and install computer network infrastructure and perform computer repairs. And they manage everybody that's in the Delmarva. That'd be Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. Also, we have REI Heritage Tours, Cambridge, Maryland, home of Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. Call 410-820-8350 or 1-800-522-TOUR to book your scenic driving tour with more than 30 sites related to the freedom seekers in the 1800s. For more information, again, call 410-820-8350. In addition to that, they're preparing for Harriet Tubman's Underground Railroad Conference on June 14th to celebrate 150 years after her death. They will have a keynote speaker, and he's from Emmanuel College in Boston, Massachusetts. So he will be here in Maryland to deliver a speech on the Underground Railroad. Also, we have Lori Williams, the beautiful songbird out of Washington, D.C., jazz vocalist. She has CDs on sale on PositivePower21.org, powered by Amazon. So they're going fast. So we have to check the inventory to see how many left. And we'd like to thank Lakea, the author of My Beginnings. Also, she sold on Amazon. We have Gerald Green, Let Me Be a Vessel, 2012. Also, he had a book called Heart Towards Home, which just recently been released this year. Yvette Saunier, Mulholland's Diary. You can visit her at her website, and YvetteSaunier.com, and that book is about partying and living in the L.A. area, partying among the 1% and the 5%. That's what it was about. It's a fictional book by a young lady who's living out there in L.A., so check that out. Good book. Also, we'd like to say thank you to author Curtis Black. He just released a book to help teach individuals about the sensitivity of disability. So a lot of young people don't understand what it's like to be disabled. And his book called Differently Able Me will definitely help you out with that area, understanding. And also we have Success Revolution Conference coming up in Columbia, Maryland. There's a Success Revolution Conference 2014. And you can check the website out at Success Revolution Conference 2014 and reserve your booth. And the door tickets are only $5, so we're trying to pack the house. And we'd like to say thank you, E. Joyce Moore. She just released a book called, well, she didn't just release it, but she's pushing a book called Clap and a couple other more projects, so you can visit her on her website. So just Google E. Joyce Moore. She has a lot of projects coming. She's writing screenplays. She's just so talented. If you'd like to listen to the interview, go to PositivePower21.org. Click on the menu on the player, and that'll pull up all of our interviews. So check them all out. All of those are listen and learn segments. Also, she had her partner that came on later on, someone she represents, called Charlotte Raleigh Webb. Yes, that's her real name, Charlotte Raleigh Webb. She's an illustrator, an artist, a painter, a cook, and an actress. And she's actually, her work is being shown right now in the Tubman Museum in Atlanta. I believe she said it was in Atlanta where it's being shown right now. It's called the Tubman Museum. And you can check out her website, which is called Charlotte Raleigh Webb, 2Bs.com. And she has the most beautiful art you ever want to see. Big pieces, really big pieces. and she also do work on commission. So if you want to have something made for your home, check her out. Okay. No further ado. Now, next we have up today we have Nicole Jackson, and I think when you look her up, well, she's known in the world as NIKI Jilvontae. As a 32-year-old author and single parent of 2 from Memphis, Tennessee, Nicole developed a passion for writing early on as her aunt, the late Devon Russell Wirt, always instilled in her the importance of reading and possessing the ability to express her emotion through words. By the age of 12, Nicole had already written over 60 poems and several short stories as her passion for writing continued to grow. Her interest in children's books began in 2011 after her son was diagnosed with autism. Then this inspired her to write 6 children's books under True Glory Publications, designed to teach children acceptance, understanding, and tolerance of differences. Nicole has also written 2 urban drama novels under True Glory called A Broken Girl's Journey, which depicts the struggles one has to endure while growing up in the projects. And she has a lot going on with that book, because I think this is like a 3rd release.
Yeah.
Is that right, Nikki?
Yes, I'm on the 3rd one.
So you're a writing machine, too. Man, how you girls do it, I don't know. All right, well, welcome to the show. How you doing tonight?
Thank you. I'm doing fine.
Good. We appreciate your patience and everything, and we're not going to rob you of no time, so we'll be able to take the show. We'll go all the way to 9:30, and I just won't get a break tonight.
Oh.
It just depends on if the next guest is on time, so we okay. And it's one of the things that happen in internet radio. You just never know what to expect, so you always got to have a backup plan. And, brothers, we known for having plan A, plan B, and plan C, even in the working world, right?
Yeah. Have to.
All right, now we read a lot about you, and I know there's a whole lot more about you, so go ahead and tell us a little bit more about you so we can get to know you before we start asking, some questions and everything about your career.
Okay, well, as my bio said, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a single mom. I have a teenage daughter and a 6-year-old son with autism. I'm a big autism advocate. I work with an organization called To Autism with Love, helping other families, financially, Christmas presents, cards, advice. I'm really involved in that. That's what really encouraged me to start writing again, to try to get some books out there will help children understand that everyone is different and we have to be tolerant of those differences. So.
That's right. You sure do. Very good, man. So you're on a mission at the same time. All right. Now, are you a full-time writer or are you part-time?
I'm a full-time writer, yeah.
Oh, very good. So this kind of affords you the luxury to spend a lot of time doing this close to your heart, right?
Yeah, exactly. I love to write anyway. So when I'm not in school, I'm writing. So it just works out.
So you said you're a student also?
Well, I just graduated from the University of Phoenix with a bachelor's degree. So I'm not in school anymore, so now I can just focus on my writing more.
That's right. Congratulations to you. Good for you.
Thank
now,
you.
was it tough trying to be a mom, going to school, trying to get good grades, and satisfying the publisher?
Yes, definitely. Yes, I had to adjust a lot, especially with, caring for my son, because he can have his moments where he wants things to be the way he wants them to be, and I'm trying to finish a book on deadline, so it took a lot of juggling.
Yeah. Like kids can be challenged. Very challenging, because you have to give them time. Now, how do you do it now? How did you find time to write, meet your deadlines, spend time with him, and I'm not sure if you have a significant other or not, and then, of course, a lot of us have aging parents that we have to spend time with. What were the major challenges when it came to holding all of these things, all the stuff going on at the same time?
Just trying to make sure that I gave each thing the right amount of time and attention, just trying to make sure I didn't, put too much focus over here when I need to be looking at this. So it just took me to sit down one day and do what my author sister, Synovia, told me, and she told me just make a schedule. Just schedule your day out like you're a teacher. Just schedule every moment down to the T, and then leave a little room in there for just in case. So I kind of go by a schedule on everything.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, I try roughly 2 calendars, and then, I got Outlook helping me out just to remind me of certain things coming up. So it's almost like you have to think for your kids. You kind of, you have to be there for your parents. And then and don't forget about your friends now, the best friend. The best friend is almost like a kid too, right?
Yeah.
They get upset when you don't give them no time. All right, so how challenging was that? Having a best friend is not in the industry.
My best friend, she's pretty understanding. We don't live in the same state anyway, and she's an author too, so she's very understanding. We talk when we can on Facebook through inboxes, and we text. We don't see each other as much as we want to, but we both understand that we're working toward goals, and it's going to take sacrifice. So we'll have our time to chill on the beach when everything's over.
That's right. Oh, can't wait.
I can't wait.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but we had a very challenging winter here. And it was unbelievable that it just started warming up, because even when it warmed up, it snowed like that same week.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? And now you kind of took a breath of relief that, the sun is out, it's warm, but it's like it jumped right up into the 80s here. And you kind of feel, it kind of takes a little something out of you when it's that warm. Yeah. So it's like we haven't really got a chance to really enjoy anything yet. But I think Memorial Day will be probably the kickoff to everybody trying to enjoy the outdoors. How about you?
Yeah, we're definitely going to be out barbecuing, just doing it up.
That's right. We're going to do it up too. I think starting Friday, we have this thing called Baltimore, Washington, getting together with these food trucks, and they're going to have it's called the Baltimore Washington Gathering, and they're coming out to this area called Metro Owings Mills, where they just built up this beautiful homes and shops, and these guys are going to pull up, and they're going to have a live band. So we're looking forward to that on Friday night to kick everything off.
Oh,
and we're ready to do it up. That's right. So when you work hard like we did, you have to find time to enjoy yourself, correct?
Yeah, you do. You really do.
That's right. Now you had all these writing projects. Now, how did your children's book? Are you still pushing your children's books?
Yeah, they're still in the process. We were having to deal with a new illustrator, but all of them are done. I actually have 12 that's done, but we're going to focus on the first 6 right now, and we're waiting on a new illustrator to come in and pick up where the other one left off. So hopefully they'll be out by Christmas, I'm hoping.
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about them, the direction and how,
the premise of the books. The premise of them is a 12-book series, and they're from the mind of an autistic child. And the premise of the book is the child is sleeping, and he's dreaming. So some of the books, 6 of the books will be designed around his dream. They will be like fantasy giants and, bears talking birds and things like that. And then the other 6 will be actual things that he go through, like the day at the dentist and going to the grocery store, because, that could be a challenge for children with autism.
Yeah.
So it's sort of to show people, well, if you see a child doing this, don't always think they're bad or, something like that. It may just be something else. And it's also going to teach other kids not to stare and point, because you don't know what that child is going through. It's going to explain exactly what kids with autism go through when they're in those types of environments.
I know that. I told you when we were communicating on Facebook that my nephew has autism, and he's 14 now. He's a year older than my daughter. And he got kept back once. He does pretty well in school. He gets a little playful, something, or something. He gets a little serious. We enjoy having him around. He loves gaming. He loves. Matter of fact, I got a place set up for him, just him in my loft. So when he come over, because he don't like to share, and he wants to play the games he want to play, so we just sit there and watch him. So I said, okay, we'll just let him have his own place. We'll come up and watch him, and then he's tired of us, we just leave, because, he got older siblings, so he's used to being by himself. But, we like to spend time to show him how much we love him and everything. And we're looking forward to seeing him tomorrow, because his sister is having a senior prom. So that's going to be nice. So one day that's going to come. You're going to be watching him go off,
I'm not ready.
I know. Now you have your books. The children's books is about ready to be released. You went through some challenges. I guess that's part of the industry. Things happen.
Yeah.
But it's a sign of relief that it's about to happen, right?
Yes.
It's going to be published. All right, good. So what are you doing to promote your urban drama books? Let's hear a little bit about what's going on out there, because a lot of people got challenges with that. How's it working for you right now?
It's doing pretty good. Most of my promoting has been on social media. I've been using Twitter and Facebook, promoting. And my city really came out and supported me when my books came out. So the word of mouth around my city is been going pretty rapidly. So I'm getting a lot of marketing here in my own little neck of the woods. And I'm trying to get a few ads and working with this TV station locally, trying to get a few ads ran on there too. So trying to get it out the best way I can.
All right. Now, you've been out there when did you first get started?
I've been writing a long time, since I was a little girl, but I didn't get my deal until November of last year, and it was just a coincidence that I got it.
So you just got the deal in 2013?
Yeah.
Oh. Now, you have a lot of books out. Okay, now you did pretty well. So you've been pushing books pretty much, every month?
Yeah, my first one came out in February, then March, then April. I was shooting for May, but I had a little delay, so hopefully I can drop at least one each month up into December. I'm trying.
Okay. So basically you're part of social media. You kind of grew up into it with your cause it's almost like you're in business by yourself. Because publishers, they do their thing, but I think the author does more promoting and marketing than anybody, when it comes to their product, because the publishers have a lot of other, business they dealing with. Now, what was the pros and cons, you didn't publish? I mean, was it what you thought it was going to be like?
I say it wasn't, because I don't know, I had this little, I don't know what kind of fairy tale image in my mind, like, oh, it's people writing books, it's going to be so sweet, and everything's going to be, what you see is what you get. And then I got into the industry, and I'm hearing other authors telling me, okay, you got to watch this, you got to be mindful of this, it's not what you think it is. And then I started seeing some of the negative sides, and I was like, hold up. This just like the rap industry or something. So it kind of took me by shock. I was like, okay, I thought this was just nice, sweet people sitting back writing books, but no, it's much different.
Yeah. So what were you doing before you started, writing for a living?
Well, I was in school and helping my family run. We had graphic art and airbrush design businesses, so I was doing that for about 8 years. And then I stopped doing that to go to school, and then once I finished school, I was like, give this writing a try.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are kind of familiar with, dealing with customers and customer relations and customer service. You know about it. Okay.
Yeah, I knew about that in the business aspect, because I have a degree in business. So I was already coming in knowing that promotion was going to be the biggest aspect I was going to have to focus on and make sure that I do it effectively. So I already had that in mind.
That's right. And the funny thing about the industry, it's like, even being in business, majoring in marketing, it's like nobody really has all the answers right now to this madness, right?
You're definitely right about that.
Yeah, it's like trial and error. You learn, I know I'm always in the webinars and reading books, and of course some of the books are a little dated, but then you're reading magazine articles, and you're taking in everything that everybody's saying. You're taking in what the successful people are doing, and you're wondering, are they really telling you what they really did, or they just selling you something that they thought about before that they think they can make money on? Now, what are some of the things you're doing, as a learning process about the business? Because you're a student of the game all the time. What are some of the things you're doing as a business person, not the author, but the business person?
I just try to observe different people in the game. Like my publisher, Shamik Spate, he's a good businessman. He has his head on. So I try to soak up as much information from him as possible. Even when he don't think he giving me information, I got my notepad out, I'm paying attention. I like to read a lot too, so I try to read up on different aspects of, critiquing my craft and, getting myself to where I need to be so I can be one of the greatest like I always dreamed of. So I'm just very observant. I try to pay attention.
Good. I like that word, the greatest. You must have seen you saw my last Facebook post?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see it? Okay. So I went with what my friends said. They said you're the greatest, so that's what you think and that's what you believe. So I'm listening to you. So you used it, you put it out there. All right. And it's now right now. Let's talk about social media a little bit. How many different ones are you using right now?
Facebook, Instagram. I be on Twitter, but not that much. I have a Google Plus also, but I'm not on it that much. So basically just Instagram and Facebook. That's where.
So which one is delivering you the best results so far?
I think Facebook.
Really? Now, there's a lot of. Now, are you using the groups, or is your circle, where your timeline? Your friends are working more for you than the groups. Which one working the most for you?
Well, I have a few friends on my timeline that share my stuff, and they spread the word. Because when it first came out, everybody on my timeline was supportive. But I knew, as things went on, they would still be supportive, but they wouldn't have enough time to give me the attention they did the first time. Because all my friends work, they're doing their own thing. So now it's mostly the groups. The groups, I have some awesome fans that I've got from being in the groups and communicating and talking to them and, just showing them I'm a real person. I'm not going to act stuck up. I'm going to speak back. Like when they like one of my ads, I tell them thank you. And I had a fan tell me, wow, no one really does that. I don't know what to say. I was like, well, I just want to thank you for taking the time to like it. That means you looked at it. So that may mean you will purchase it and leave me a review. So that's how I look at it.
That's right. Amen. Now, we talked earlier about, you talked a little bit about your town coming together, and you said they gave you a big book release party. So what was that like? I mean, did you get a chance to actually sell? Did you sell books? Because your books in paperback as well as ebooks?
Not yet. We're coming to paperbacks. I was supposed to have them this month, but I had an issue with my computer, so I'm working on that too. Hopefully this month when in June when my new book comes out, hopefully I have paperbacks of 1, 2, and 3 of A Birkin Girl's Journey to go right with that one. So
Good. So are you planning to hit the road and meet and greet your fans?
I want to, I really do, but it's kind of hard, being a single mom with a kid with autism. It's not often you can find someone that will, watch him for a duration of time. So I'm going to try to work something out so I can at least do some book fairs close to home, somewhere I can maybe take him and, just have someone to stay with him while I do them. But hopefully in the future I'll be able to travel to some of the big ones.
That's right. Now, of course, a lot of the big ones I'm hearing now are on the East Coast, but like Texas and North Carolina, really, and Atlanta is really coming on strong. Now, what's close to you that you can get to in a few hours and still make it back home to your family?
Atlanta, St. Louis, both of those are close to me. I will be able to do that in about 4 hours and come back home.
Good. Yeah, because I think that's one of the most exciting things about being in this industry is meeting your fans. People starting to recognize me in the grocery stores. I'm having a few guests come on and saying people are recognizing them in grocery stores, in the mall, and they're approachable people, and they love that part of it. To be real. And I think sometimes fans, the word fans, they always say it comes from being, the fans being fanatic, but they're really not sometimes. They just want to get to know you. They just want to see you, shake your hand and share a hug.
Yeah.
How you feel about all that? The fan fare that's going to come with all this.
I'm pretty open to it. I like to be very friendly with people, especially when I'm in an environment where, it feels positive and I feel love. I wouldn't have a problem hugging a fan, taking a picture with them, giving them an autograph. I would love it, actually.
Good. Now, so far your genre is children's books, urban drama. What's next? What's next for Nicole?
Well, this new series that's coming out is the first book of my new series of Tortured Souls. And the first book is gonna be called A Long Way From Home. So this is gonna be I'm more of a dark writer. I don't know why. I just feel I don't know. I like to invoke emotions in people, make them feel sadness and hurt and pain. I don't know. I like to write like that. I guess it comes from my V.C. Andrews obsession. She's my favorite author, and she's that type of writer, all dark and make you feel and see everything. So my writing is a lot like that.
So when you say dark, so what is it going to be, like a mystery, a thriller, detective? Tell us a little bit about it. It has a message. I want to say that first. It has a message. Just like a lot of people read A Working Girl's Journey and they think it's just about, somebody growing up in the projects. No, they had a message too. But this book has a message trying to tell kids to focus on what they have. Don't always think, well, if I do this, I do that, it's going to be better. If I run away from home, it's going to be better. It's always a bad side to things, and they got to slow down and think about it. And it's also to tell parents, you got to look at the things you do too sometimes. Children are people. They have feelings. Exactly.
We can't push our beliefs on them because that's going to push them away. So the book is about two kids that ran away from home for their own reasons, whether they were good reasons or not. They thought they were good. And they ended up in a situation they did not count on. They ran into the devil himself.
Whoa, it is dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
But it's realistic also, because in this time we have children that run away and are never seen again. Some of them sold into sex slavery. Some of them are hurt and killed. It happens. So that's why I writing about the taboo subjects that people don't like to talk about. I'm going to talk about all that because you need to talk about it so you can try to change things. That's the only way you're going to change it if you talk about it.
That's right. You are right. And funny you mentioned that story. On our news here in Baltimore, I'm not sure where this happened at. It must have been Maryland. They found a girl communicated with her sister through Facebook that she was captured by somebody. She's been gone like 15 years.
Oh,
and
I saw that.
They were able to. Where was that? Do you remember?
I didn't even catch where it was, but I saw that part where they were saying she was calling her sister and saying that she was kept. I'm like, oh, my God. And it's so much like my book. It actually is.
Wow. Isn't that something? I know the people at Facebook had to feel really, really warm inside to hear that their baby saved somebody, got her back to her family.
Yeah.
I said that was powerful. And then you hear about some of the other social medias that weren't so good. Like, remember Craigslist? I remember they was having problems with this guy. He was supposedly a really smart guy, and he was going to people's homes, I guess for a date or whatever, and he was attacking them.
Yeah.
I remember that was a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I guess it has its good and its bad.
It does.
But we thank God we did have a good story that time. All right, this is what we're going to do next on the segment. We're going to check out some of your reviews.
All right.
See what see what your people saying about you. So Journey Girls 3 is actually out, right? People downloading it right now. Okay, it's 150 pages. I guess that's on the Kindle. That's what we have here. We have, one of your reviewers. He said, awesome read, can't wait for part 4. A lot of drama, but an attention getter. Niki is a great author. He gave you 5 stars. He loved that book. Wow. Now he's ready for part 4. So is he forcing you to write part 4 right now?
My fans have been pushing me.
I know. They're trying to stress us out. So what you doing about it?
I'm coming with it. I'm try to have it for them in July. I promise I am.
Yeah, they act like it's a mini-series. They should be seeing it like next week or something, like a scandal or something. You know? Remember how people got all uptight and when the scandal was coming to an end and then this happened and that happened and next thing you know, Mutt's going to be coming back on next month. You gotta wait the next season, buddy.
I know.
People tripping. They think it's Netflix. They can just go on. I know that's me. I got spoiled. I'm using that, you know.
Me too.
I looked at like 13 every season possible. I said, oh, wow, when did that come out? And I just sit there and do a marathon for 2 weeks. You know, love that software. All right, the next reviewer said, I read all 3 books in just 2 days. Whoa, she must didn't go to work.
She didn't go to sleep either. Good job, girl.
Yeah. Right. What's your books averaging about? You said, 160 pages?
Yeah.
Wow. She was into that.
Yeah, she was.
She said they were very good, showed how a broken girl can receive the strength and love that she always sought. I can't wait for part 4. All right, so she must have just discovered you, and she just went bonkers. All right, the next person, Mr. James says, wow, that was real good. I laughed, I cried, and must read. Niki Jilvontae did her thing. Can't wait for part 4. Oh, man, they putting some pressure on you now.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Woo. What am I going to do? I got to write tonight.
I know. And here's another girl, Antoinette. Okay. Antoinette, she does a lot of reviews for people. Okay. You did it again. This book was so good that it was hard for me to put the book down. This book deserved more than just 5 stars. That Lakea is a soldier for real, and her brothers ain't nothing but true soldiers. All right. Tell me about Lakea. What's the deal with Lakea?
Lakea is a 14-year-old girl that has went through everything imaginable, from losing her dad, he was murdered, to her mom losing her job and going from upper middle class to like the bottom of the barrel. And she gets involved with a monster who abuses Lakea and her brothers. So she goes about a rebellious stage. She just fights and fights and fights until she can't fight anymore. She loses her boyfriend. He gets shot in front of her. She goes to jail. A lot of things happen to Lakea.
Whoa. So pretty much anything you can think of. So she was on the street?
Huh?
Was she on the street?
Yeah, she was living, she was bouncing from home to home. Her mom was the type of woman, when things got rough, she didn't want to deal with it. She would just give them away. So she was going from this aunt to this grandma to this person until she ended up in jail.
Oh, so she did jail time also?
Yeah, she did 3 years.
Oh, wow.
She got out when she was 18.
So your story carried her while she was in the joint also?
Yeah. So she'll tell you everything she endured while she was in jail, as more abuse, more she was raped again, more things like that, and it kind of built up a animosity inside of her that she carried around for men. But the only person that she loved and the only person that took care of her beside her brothers was her boyfriend, Jeremy. But he went to jail, too. So when they both got out, they got back together, and then he ended up getting killed in front of her.
Dang. So okay. So book 1, 2, and 3. So what book was this carrying her time while she was in jail?
She was in jail in the first book. All these things I just described was in the first book. That's not even in the second book.
Oh, okay. The second book is another difference.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Wow. Now, if you were approached by somebody to write a screenplay, would you accept that? Would you embrace that?
Definitely.
Yeah, it sounds like this would be some kind of series of serious screenplay.
Yeah.
You have to work on that one.
I know. I've been thinking about it. I've been praying on it, too.
Yeah, get yourself an agent. Got to go out to California, get yourself an agent, and shop it around. This sounds like serious. Now, I had a few guests who came on, and they were talking about, a lot of them were making their book screenplays and getting them shopped, but they were really, really close to making them webisodes.
Mm-hmm.
You familiar with that?
Not really. I'm not a real techno-savvy person.
Well, this is what webisodes are, like 20-minute versions of TV.
Okay.
But it's on the web. It's actors, the same movie cameras, all that stuff. And instead of them producing it for TV or for the silver screen, it's on the internet, and YouTube runs them. So bunch of them on there. And I found one that was really good, and I said, where did it come from? And, man, I think they had like 130 episodes. Yeah, they really a very long 20 minutes. I could have swore it was 20 minutes. I mean, so much went on in that 20 minutes. I've seen 2 of them already. I haven't went back to it because it's not enough time in the day for me because I can't get cell phone reception at my job. So my 8 hours I can't sit and listen to that stuff. But you have to check it out. If it doesn't work out, an agent shopping around and can't sell it, get yourself a drama team and put a set together. I mean, this sounds like something that's better than The Wire. And you remember
it's going to be. And then it's real, so that's what's going to really make it better than The Wire. Because a lot of this, especially the first book, a lot of that book is real life. It didn't necessarily happen to me, but it's maybe something I saw with my own eyes. So a lot of that book. And that's what I was going to ask you. Where did this girl come from in your mind? I mean, did you see her somewhere or you just dreamed her up? I just thought about I live in Memphis. Memphis is known as First 48 for its violence and, things that happen here that most people don't know. All they think about at Memphis is Graceland. That is so not Memphis. That is so not Memphis. So I was just sitting back one day thinking about all the things I had seen growing up in Lamorne Gardens, which was a notorious housing project here in Memphis. And I just started writing the events down first. I just wrote all the events down. And then I thought about how I would want to change, the story to protect people's identities and, things like that. And then I just went back and wrote the story around the real events. I might have changed or added a little bit to it to make it a little better. But I just went and filled in the story, really. The characters I don't know where the names came from. I just started writing, and the names just came to me.
Wow, that's incredible. Because I was going to say, you know what? I don't care where you go. I mean, I've talked to a lot of you guys, and I think everybody has their housing project, their hood, the criminals. They all fake the same. They're all dangerous. Just that some of them just talk a little different. Sometimes you look like I was looking at that Netflix piece, was called Snow Bluff or Snow Bluff.
Snow on the Bluff, yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny, listen to these guys because, my family's from, we call it Eastern Shore, the other side of the Bay Bridge, and it's all farm and, rural areas, and my grandfather had farm, cow, pigs, chickens, all that stuff, and it was only like just an hour and a half away. And the guys talk, they sound pretty much like you, with a country dialect. And so when they be trying to talk all bad, like they want to fight, it's like I couldn't take them that serious, when they trying to throw down, while we playing a ball game or something, they come at you, and especially when they say, "Come on, partner, what you trying to do?" You're like, because I'm used to hanging up in Long Island, in Baltimore, in Jersey, you know, the guys talk a little hard, a little lower, deeper, more beefier. So, but like everybody's dangerous though.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy. Oh wow. So that's where you get your stories from, huh?
Yeah, they just come to me.
You know, another scary experience for me was Tampa. Tampa is really hard because they have a whole bunch of different races. All they kind of close too, kind of a little bit like Baltimore. It's not all that far apart. It's easy to cross over in somebody else's territory, real easy. You know, if you don't know what you're doing, you know where you are. You know, so wow. So the book is out. You push it on social media. The fans are coming. They ready to meet you. Hopefully, you said July. The book is going to drop in paperback, right?
Yes, they will be.
All right, so you got to put pressure on True Glory front office, right?
Yeah, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done.
That's right. Well, I wish you the best, and we definitely got to have you back on when the next project drops and you want to promote it. The Positive Power is definitely trying to become the ears and the eyes for everybody out there, and you know we get a chance to talk about your book on our TV productions coming up soon. So we're there to help you guys out. You know, all right.
All right,
you like that?
Awesome. Yes.
Absolutely. Give you guys some glory. Get a chance to talk about yourself, right?
That's right.
All right. Now, if somebody asks a question and say, Nikki, what would they say? What would be the nicest thing they could say about Nikki?
She is so funny and she is so bubbly. That's basically what they'll say.
Yeah, you do have a pretty laugh though, and I can feel your smile come right through the internet. That is great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Nikki. She calls herself Nikki Jackson, Nikki Jilvontae, but they know where to find you. And her book is Journey, Part 3, The Broken Girls. Get it while you can, and support her. And we're going to try to push you as much as we can, and we hope you can continue to support Positive Power 21.
Yes,
all right?
I will. Thank you.
All right. So we appreciate everybody tuning in, and continue to support us and listen to all our shows. Like I said, all you got to do is go to our players, push the menu button, and you'll see a whole list of authors that we had interviewed previously on the show since December. All right. Well, I'm Jerry Royce, Positive Power 21, and before we go, is there anything you'd like to say to the fans before we go?
I just want to say thank you, everyone who bought my books, who shared them, liked my ads. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart and want to let you know that it's more to come, so just stay tuned.
That's right. We appreciate it. This is Jerry Royce from PositivePower21.org. Thank you. And that's a wrap.
Uh-oh.
I hope you had a good time.
I did. It was awesome.
Thank you for tuning in to the Positive Power 21 Network.
You take care.
21 would like to
all right,
thank you all
too.
for
Thank
tuning
you.
in. And please spread the word.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is Jerry Royce at Positive Power 21, where we get our positive on.